our own retreat? Is it important to have our fixed schedule, or can we play with it? You see, it's a personal thing. For some people, it's absolutely important. In the absence of a schedule, the retreat might enter inertia. The level of inner motivation in the retreat, of an inner aspiration in the retreat, can oscillate. And it's natural that in a retreat you will have some deep emotional lows, because the things that give you fun and that distract you and all your painkillers are not in the space of the retreat. You're in pain, you can't reach out to your phone. It's just reach out to a person or reach out to a conversation. You can reach out to nature. If you're in nature, you can reach out to God. Reach out to anything that you believe in, but it doesn't give the same instantaneous and predictable pain relief that we learn to receive from the world. So as pain rises, often the motivation goes down. The aspiration actually goes down. There's like a clog of undigested emotions rising from the subconscious. All sorts of things that they never had time to rise because there were so many events. So in difficult moments, if you just kind of, all right, I just wake up in the morning and do whatever spiritual practice I feel like doing, you won't feel like doing much. And then you might stay clogged and the retreat might fall into inertia. So the general recommendation is yes, have a schedule. But according to how much strength and aspiration and so forth you have and you trust, you can play with that schedule. What I normally do in retreats, I don't have a schedule. I just practice for a few days, and then that practice becomes my schedule. I find a play, I move this, I move that, I move that, I move that. Okay, and that turned into, after 5 days, that turned into the schedule. Or after 3 days, or after 10 days, I played. Okay, this is the ideal way. And normally that will stay. And that's maybe 80-90% of the time, and then 10-20% of the time, an hour or two would be more spontaneous practice. That's just for my structure is the best, because I don't know before the retreat exactly where I will be and what kind of needs will come, because I'm more clear 2-3 days into the retreat or 5 days into the retreat. So I play with the methods, I play, and then it becomes clear, and then that eventually becomes the routine, and I don't need to write it down, I somehow have it inside. So yes, it is preferable for these moments to have, but not to have the schedule as a means, not as a goal. And if you need, you wrote one schedule, especially if you write the schedule before the retreat, write it and be flexible, reasonably flexible about it. That is okay, I can move this is too tight, I need more time for walking, I need that meditation longer, I need more hatha yoga before the meditation in order to make the meditation better, and so forth. So be reasonably flexible. Reasonably flexible meaning you are flexible in order to make the practice better. No, you're flexible, when I'm in a bad mood I do nothing. That's not reasonably flexible, that's plain stupid. Yeah, so have the program strong, but elastic and playful and as a means. And if on the 8th day of the retreat you feel, no, I have to do this technique, change what you can change. What you already scheduled and took a tapas, that you stay, and the rest you can play. So if you need music or something from the internet or something like that, I would firmly suggest not to touch the internet at all. You go in for one thing and then 3 things come, but that's urgent. It's urgent. This person, my friend, it's urgent. And you go and then you have to do something, and you have to break your silence to do that urgent thing. And then 3 more things come out of that. And then, okay, I have to check now. And then the news. And then that's it. There goes the retreat flushing down the toilet. So, internet, no. Pre-download, pre-send all the messages. Told my mom, 49 days, Mom, I love you, but I'm not going to speak to you for 49 days. We've done this 30 times and you never understand why I do it, and it's fine, I love you. Yeah. So, I mean, to my mom, I will write on a piece of paper and have Radu or Blandine send her some messages from time to time. People that will use the internet, because I love her and it's important for her and for me. But yeah, avoid it completely. Yeah, you're asking if it's important to keep a duration. Yes. Without, you see, it's good to say, okay, I'm going to do 14 days, I've never done it before. All right, I do it on my own and so forth. It's good to do it and it's good to keep it, again, with reasonable. If you go completely bananas, which you won't, then yeah, you stop. But if it's just very difficult, but you feel, no, I can handle it, even if it's really hard and really unpleasant, then go for it. Clear out. I had some really terrible retreats. I think the first long one I did was 21 days, like by myself. And that was really hard. It was really hard. I have nightmares and all sorts of stuff coming out. I did 10 hours of meditation a day, and not so much hatha yoga, and that wasn't so wise. And I set the program before that I will do 10 hours a day. And then I didn't sublime enough. I didn't have enough time to do pranayama and all sorts of energizing exercises, and I was sitting and the meditations weren't that good, and then a lot of stuff came out from the subconscious, and it was good. I also had some wonderful moments, but it was also quite difficult. But we went through it, and that opened the gate to do another 30 retreats, which were great after that, but the first one was hard, but I'm glad I finished it. Yeah. So setting a goal for the retreat. How do you set an inner goal, except from the fact, yeah, it's an ashram, we're all having the possibility to do a retreat by ourselves, let's do it. That's why I do it. I'm here, I'm on a spiritual path, I'm doing it. Good, very good, do the retreat. But the retreat should have, or let's say, it would be very good if the retreat would have a certain, again, open list of open possibilities and intentions of transformations. Yeah, so the awakening of the soul, finding peace of mind, overcoming a vice, to a degree, pride or lust, or exploring some inner conflicts and clearing it out, mastering some techniques, mastering some pranayama techniques, improving focus and meditation. So it's good to set a few goals for the retreat and to understand why you're doing it. Again, the retreat, it's hard to predict. It will not necessarily give exactly those. Sometimes it will give very different fruits and also very different effects, but to a good degree also the ones that we plan. So it's good to have the setting of goals, to take that seriously, and to take a few days and to contemplate, or weeks back and forth, and even during the retreat. What? Now I'm going to have all this energy that I spend on work, that I spend on socializing. I'll have all that energy directed towards transformation with very efficient methods. What do I want to transform? And to really put that question. And then, for example, what I would do these meditations every 4 hours. That helped a lot, day and night. For 30 days, for 40 days, every 4 hours. And then when it was the meditation for awakening the soul, the whole retreat was for the awakening of the soul. And sometimes a series of retreat, every 4 hours for awakening the soul. And then it's super feelable. It stays feelable for years, for life after that. Or an ajna, concentration, more difficult. The soul is fun. Concentration, every 4 hours, wake up in the night, meditate, or long meditations. Sometimes I do learning to sit and long meditations. I think I did one with Shiva, and one with the self, so one with the heart and one with the ajna and the crown, 3 hours and 3 hours. And then that becomes like a double goal, awakening the soul an awakening consciousness, an awakening communion with the divine. Or a tantric retreat, a love-making retreat. Make love every day with the lover and then sublime, and so forth. Some people do a retreat which is mainly on sublimation, not meditation. And setting such a goal is, let's say, the starting points. The techniques should come from that. And on top of the techniques that we have for the goal, we need techniques for harmonizing. So it's like, when you get some plants in Ayurveda, you get some extra plants to harmonize the effects of the first plants. This is a complex medicine. So on top of the, I don't know what, every 4 hours meditation for awakening the soul, there needs to be some hatha yoga for awakening the soul. And then there needs to be some hatha yoga so that you can sit for so long without having the pain in the legs. And then some deep relaxation techniques to deepen the meditation, some yoga nidra, and some vitality because the sleep is fractioned and whatever. So the program needs to be built with like 1 or 2 or 3 things which are the main course, and then 3, 4, 5 supporters, or whatever, 20 techniques, whatever, small or big, that support, so that the retreat will be harmonious, will be happy, will be full of aspiration, reading inspiring text, and so forth.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, Tantra and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.